Good evening and welcome. Helmets back. There they go. He is Webb. I am Scott, and the Goose Creek Gators are riding high. And why wouldn't they be? They go to Berkeley. They come home from behind with a win. Final minutes over those red-hot Stags. Just the type of region start that they want.
Lucy Beckham on the opposite end of one of those region showdowns, losing a fourth-quarter lead to Stratford and falling by 4. But they also gained some confidence from that. Stratford, last year's region champion, Beckham outplaying them most of the game.
All right, so let's head out to the creek, and there is Jason Winstead on the sideline at Fulmer Field. Big night for his Gators, and it starts early. Trayvon Goss with a nice run right here, 36 yards for the first down Gators, and that will set up this. A few plays later, Kamani Clary to Jalen Grant for a touchdown, and quickly the Gators are up on the Bengals. More. How about Kamani Clary showing his feet, taking this one on his own down the sideline, but he does step on the sideline before hitting pay dirt, so it comes back just a little bit, doesn't much matter. Jalen Grant would finish it up from there. From the Wildcat formation, he scores. And then, welcome back from injury, Malik McGowan. One of the best players in our area, has been really injury-plagued this year, but he will score. Touchdown run for the Gators. They're up 31-0, and they win this one 31-7, the final.
Proud of them. They had a good week of practice and played well, and this is what we expect to do. And so, I mean, they did their job tonight, and we're going to have a good time.
I asked you at halftime about your defense. You said you really want them to play well in the second half. They held them to 7 points, too. Are you proud of them?
I am. If they don't score, they can't win. So, great job by the coaches, great job by these kids, and they're having a good time. So, I'm happy for them.
Well, as far as regular season football is concerned, well, they don't get much bigger than Somerville, Ashley Ridge. 2 schools, 1 town already makes it high stakes. Throwing the fact that Ashley Ridge is 6-1 and Somerville is 7-0, and they both possess 2 of the highest scoring offenses in the state. Get out your popcorn, because it did not take long for those offenses to be put on display. Ashley Ridge, first possession and driving. Trevor Kalish completes to Braden Amerson, but he will pay the price. The big hit coming up right there from J.T. Williams. Swamp Foxes would not let it faze them, however. Kalish would eventually find Bam DeWeese for the score. 7-0, Swamp Foxes on top as he dives for the end zone. It was a big running back battle between Jaden Acosta and this man. Coming up, Javen Williams takes him 1 snap to tie this one up. 4 touchdowns last week. A 52-yard scoring burst here ties it at 7. However, the Swamp Foxes were not intimidated. They get the ball right back and pick up right where they left off. Jaden Acosta putting the Swamp Foxes on his back with a nice first down run here. And then Bam DeWeese takes the direct snap to the pay window, cashes in for 6. 14-7 Ashley Ridge. Somerville with the ball back and driving. We talked about Somerville's defense earlier today, but the Swamp Foxes, their defense shows up here on 4th down. Jaden Cummins scrambles close to the marker, but the chains tell a different story. The Swamp Foxes hold, and this game was as advertised. It would end up in double overtime, 49-48 Somerville with the lead. And the Swamp Foxes would go for 2, but they come up short. However, your final, Somerville keeps finding a way to stay undefeated. 49-48.
There's that final play. Look at that right there. Look at the celebration from Somerville. Unbelievable. They are going nuts in Flowertown, or at least on one side of Flowertown. That's the final play. Thanks so much for Ryan Sears sending that one on to us. All right, Ike Herron and the Wanda Warriors hosting the Berkeley Stags tonight. 9-0 Berkeley in the second quarter when Jehovah Williams sees the pass, jumps the route, picks the pass, sees the end zone, and he is gone. 90 yards for the pick 6, and the Stags are up 2 scores on the Warriors. More, how about some offense? Henry Rivers to Javarius Sumter, and talk about fighting for tough yards, just doing exactly that. And then, you know what? The old veteran here, Webb, I still got it. I still got the shooting touch.
Oh, there we go.
Just in the right place, always there, white balanced, ready to go. coming right at me.
There you go.
Yeah, Bryson McGee gives me the windshield wiper there.
That's right. That's playoff for
yeah, that's pretty good right there. I'm not going to lie. I've still got it once in a while when I try. All right. That one, all Berkeley, 45-12 is the final score. Stratford doing exactly what they did last year, starting a bit slow, putting their foot on the pedal when it comes to region play. A nice win over Lucy Beckham last week. Kane Bay would love nothing more than to shoot down that momentum and grab their first win of the year. So let's head out to Somerville for this one. Other side of Somerville, a little less crowded than the Somerville-Ashley Ridge game. Unbelievable there. The Cobras have a 7-point advantage starting the second half, and they're not making it easy on the Knights. Jakin Davis rolls out. He's going to fire it long, but Austin Seabrook has that pass dialed in, pulls the INT for the Cobras. Stratford gets the ball back. Davis again drops back, looking to throw deep. This time it's Jamari Blandon that undercuts the receiver, makes the pick, and he's got some room for a big return. Going, but would come back on a penalty. Not to worry, Kane Bay's offense up to the task. Colby LaRocca. The passing play, Griffin Byers wide open to walk it into the end zone. Cobras go up 2 scores on the Knights. Kane Bay off the schneid, 28-14, the final.
Fort Dorchester hosting James Island. The Patriots down 17-0 at half. When the Patriots look to offense, well, who do they look to? They look to Ryan Campbell, and he delivers a 42-yard touchdown run, 20-7. Fort Dorchester cuts into the lead. James Island looking to answer. Connor Dantzler to Damian Cornell, and if the turf monster doesn't get him, that may be 6. James Island instead has to settle for a 53-yard field goal attempt, and it's going to be just a bit short. Fort Dorchester gets the ball back, and disaster strikes. Jerome Durant coughs up the football, and the Trojans are all over it, getting it deep in Patriot territory. However, the Trojans would have to settle for another field goal attempt, this one from 40 yards, and this time Gray Dangerfield. He gets all the respect. Through the uprights, 27 James Island. Fort Dorchester trying to climb back in it. 4th down, a loaded backfield, but James Island's D not fooled. Ryan Campbell bottled up for a loss. A game almost 15 years in the making. James Island wins at 26-7, their first win over Fort Dorchester since 2010. West Ashley in action, taking on Stahl, the West Ashley Wildcat. Well, he's fired up for this one. Wildcat possession. Jackson Ulak runs it right in for the first touchdown of the night, and there will be plenty more where that came from for West Ashley. Next drive, 4th down for the Warriors. They try to punt, but it's blocked by the Wildcats, and Carson Lucky returns it for the touchdown. And this one is getting very ugly very quickly. The Warriors struggling again to get a successful punt off. In this one, they do get off, but it's fumbled, it looks like. West Ashley up 14-0. And then Stahl with the possession. And nowhere to go. Davion Kennard Taylor with the sack. West Ashley wins this one 63-0.
All right, what a start.
Ooh,
that Somerville one. That's going to go down as the game of the year. Unbelievable. 49-48. Wow. All right, we'll come back after the break. Bishop England making a trip down to Buford County. We'll have that game right after this. 2 scores for you. Colleton County loses. Bluffton 34, Colleton County 3.
This is Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet on News 4.
Welcome back, everybody. Bishop England was riding high. Huge game, bad loss a week ago to May River, an undefeated team.
With that being said, parity showing out here in the Low Country. May River losing last night to Hilton Head, a big surprise. So really anybody's ball game in the region.
All right, homecoming night for the Eagles down there in Buford County. Bishop England ball, and Nate Anderson carries through the defense for the yards right here. Nicely done. Jacob Mahoney then will swat a pass into the air, and Zach Baylog snags it. That's an INT for Baylog right there. Nate Anderson after that will catch a quick flick and run in for the touchdown, and it is a come from behind. Nice win for Bishop England. They take it 31-14 is the final score. Oceanside has been untouchable of late since falling to Dutch Fork, as you might expect they would. They have outscored region opponents 90-13. So let's head back down to Buford County. Great crowd out there at Battery Creek for this one. Oceanside's James O'Connor carries the ball for much needed yards right there. Then O'Connor again on the carry all the way for the touchdown, and nicely done for John Patterson's Land Sharks. Then it's Terrence Johnson catching a quick pass at the 10, takes it all the way in for the score. That is a long one right there. He is gone. And Oceanside all over Battery Creek. 49-0 is the final score. Philip Simmons and Academic Magnet meeting off of Clemens Ferry Road tonight, and I guess I would say this would be a pretty good start for Philip Simmons. Opening kickoff of the game, Jeremiah Richardson fields, runs, weaves, sees daylight, and he is gone. Touchdown, 90 yards to open things up. Well done, sir. The defense, they show up too. Bad snap for Academic Magnet. Ethan Chisholm all over him. Making him pay for the bad snap. Then more, a touchdown for TJ Walker, and Philip Simmons runs away with this one over ACMAG, 52-7, the final score.
How about Bluffton in Colleton County as we hit the field here? Bluffton coming up. They're going to huddle up. They're going to come out of the huddle and go for a quarterback sneak. However, Aiden McCarthy's going to lose the football, and Colleton recovers later. Bluffton with the ball back. McCarthy scrambles, the pocket collapses, but he's going to end up making 10 yards out of that one and a first down. Later, Colleton would kick a field goal to go up 3-0, but back comes Bluffton, and Aiden McCarthy is going to go deep. 69-yard touchdown there. It was all Bluffton in this one by a final of 34-3.
All right, let's go to District 4 Stadium. North Charleston's band revving up everyone for homecoming. They are playing Orangeburg Wilkinson. Brendan Peoples with the short pass. Jordan Avinger, he's turning it into a big gain. Nicely done, sir. That sets up a short touchdown run. DeMonte Sistrunk, extra point is good. 14-7 Bruins in the third. Good ball game over there. Bruins would strike again. Touchdown run, Jordan Avinger. Missed extra point, makes it 20-7. Orangeburg Wilkinson hangs on to win it 20-15 over North Charleston.
Burke taking on Woodland as the two teams shake hands and ready to hit the field here. The Bulldogs. Look at the pick six coming up here. Amir Lewis snags the backfield pass, races to the end zone. Burke up 6-0. Extra point was no good, but Woodland would answer. Nice blocking here. Cameron Howell, big hole, gets the short yardage touchdown. Burke would block the extra point, 6-6 in the first, but all Woodland for the next three quarters as they win it 42-18.
How about we pick up Branchville and Military Magnet. Start of the third quarter, Branchville up 15-6. Milmag's quarterback over at the old Garrett Stadium trying to keep the ball alive, not finding anyone open, tries to run, but he is sacked. He coughs it up. Branchville recovers. Branchville ball, and they will hand it off for a touchdown, keeping the lead against Military Magnet. Branchville is actually a very good team this year. They are putting it on Military Magnet late in this one, and in the end of this one, Branchville, they are winners over Military Magnet, 38-14, the final score from Garrett Tech. All right, stay with us. We have some scores for you tonight. How about this one? Final minute of the game, Timberland goes on to beat Andrews 21-14. Heck of a win for Timberland. They got a huge one against Philip Simmons next week. Baptist Hill ruins St. John's homecoming 50-0. Colleton Prep, they beat Robert E. Lee 38-14. And like I was saying, after the break, the Skeeza matchup we've been waiting for, and it's a good one. Northwood Academy and Hammond from up in Flowertown.
This is Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet on News 4.
Welcome back, everybody. It was the Skiza ball game we'd waited for. Two undefeateds meeting up, the traditional power and the upstart one, Hammond at Northwood. But Helene made us wait a few weeks longer.
Unfortunately, a bit of the luster may have been taken off the game. Northwood losing to Porter Gowd last week. So no longer a battle of unbeatens. Porter Gowd had already lost to Hammond.
So Northwood Chargers charging onto the field in first half, mostly a defensive battle in this one. Hammond striking with the first big play. Andrew Turner drops bat, looks long, and he airs it off to Jack Croft, who takes the grab, and this one going about 35 yards, but they would not find the end zone. Northwood, some explosion next, 4th and 1 play. Keyshawn Singleton on the handoff and breaking loose, picking up big yardage before he steps out of bounds, but still no points on the drive. It'd be the Hammond defense putting points on the board first. Jackson Ross with a pick, and he's got a lane to run to the end zone, gives the Skyhawks a 7-0 lead with the PAT. Skyhawks offense picking up the momentum. Turner looking to pass from 29 yards out. Dalen Haltewanger on the jump ball, pulls it in and adds to the lead. Hammond, that's all they need. They win it 16-0 over Northwood.
Meanwhile, First Baptist hosting Cleardot Academy over on James Island tonight. Walker Traxler coming up here. It's going to be a nice touchdown run for the Hurricanes, who are rolling all over Cleardot Academy in this one. How about a little bit more this time? Coming up is going to be Marique Gibbs with the score, and it's all Hurricanes all the time tonight as Hurricanes win it easily over Cleardot Academy 41-8.
And we'll be back right after the break.
This is Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet on News 4.
And another big Saturday of college football, and it starts at noon with Clemson facing their toughest conference test of the season thus far as they host Virginia. 5-1 Louisiana. They lead the Sun Belt West. They're taking on Coastal from the Sun Belt East. That should be a good one at noon as well. And then at 12:45, which South Carolina team will show up? We'll have to wait and see as they travel to Oklahoma. And then a battle of military schools at 1:30. The Citadel at VMI, and Southeast Missouri is taking on Charleston Southern.
Finally tonight, our play or plays of the night. We're going to start with our play of the night. Jeremiah Richardson, the Philip Simmons kick returner, opening kick, takes it 90 yards, and that'll tie as our play of the night with Jehovah Williams from Berkeley, who also took a pick six back 90 yards. For Webb Wright and our team of photographers, I'm Scott Eisberg. Have a great night. Thanks so much for watching.